What's going on, Crusaders? Bubba Tech here. Today we are back with match 4 of our Stronghold Crusader tournament. In today's match, we have the Wolf going up against the Inquisitor. I think it should be a pretty balanced match today. If you guys haven't seen any of the first videos yet for our tournament, I highly recommend checking them out. So far we've had one huge upset with the rat defeating the snail. And before we get started, guys, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel and also helps support the Stronghold Crusader community. So with that being said, let's get started. Alright, so we got the wolf at the bottom part of the map, getting his castle built fairly quickly. We have the Inquisitor up top, getting his castle going as well. The Inquisitor is kind of similar to the Abbot. He focuses mainly on using monks. I do think the Wolf is probably going to be a little bit more aggressive than the Inquisitor. Inquisitor does get some macemen in though early on, almost reaching the Wolf's keep. Inquisitor a little slow so far, though, getting his castle built. He does have some pretty thick walls though, so the Wolf might have a hard time getting through there. I do like how the Inquisitor is using the flags for the popularity boost. It's kind of a nice touch, you don't see them used too often by the AI. Wolf gets a critical strike in early, taking out the Inquisitor's barracks. So it looks like he got the barracks rebuilt pretty quickly. Wolf kind of has just a simple design in today's castle. Definitely not one of his biggest ones. I guess that could be due though to the amount of room they have. So here we go, now he's starting to add on a little bit. Inquisitor now bringing up some crossbowmen onto his towers. We'll have to wait and see if the Wolf gets some siege equipment going soon. He's usually pretty good at getting some catapults and stuff put out there pretty early. Take a quick look at the economy. Inquisitor almost no gold, and definitely almost has double the amount of troops that the Wolf has. I'm guessing though a lot of them are probably archers and monks, so he might be doing some more like meat waves where he's going to send a ton of troops, but a lot of them will get wiped out fairly quickly. Wolf, surprisingly, not too many men on his towers yet. He also doesn't have any mangonels or ballistas put up yet either, which is kind of a shock to me. And here comes the Inquisitor, his first big attack of the game. Bringing out a lot of archers and macemen, it looks like. Not too many monks though. We'll see how far in they get. The macemen will definitely help though with taking out some of that moat. Wolf now looks to be starting to stage a small attack force here. Mostly pikemen and swordsmen. Also has a decent amount of crossbowmen in his keep as well. And it looks like, with that being said, Inquisitor is starting to bring out some catapults from the rear. Try and start cutting away at some of those outer walls. Looks like the Wolf finally got some siege equipment that built up on these towers. It's definitely going to be one of the toughest matches so far in the tournament. Both of them are pretty equal. Definitely both have some pretty good defenses put up. Wolf starting to cut away at that outer tower there. And Inquisitor now bringing in some swordsmen as well. I didn't see him building any early on, but he's just starting to send all kinds of troops out here. If you guys are enjoying the tournament series so far, please make sure to let me know down below in the comments. I really love to hear feedback from you guys. Looks like Inquisitor is mainly focusing on using cows out here. Wolf has some cows and apple orchards. And one hop farm, it looks like. Wolf surprisingly still has some some swordsmen and pikemen out here staging this outer tower. Not sure what's going on with that. He also has some knights as well, which we don't usually see from the Wolf. We'll see if that ends up benefiting him or not. Inquisitor now really starting to build up on his engineers out here. The Wolf has yet to have a real attack yet. So far the Inquisitor has been the more aggressive one in this match. Also has a decent stockpile in his armory. And it looks like the Wolf does as well. The big thing in this match is going to be economy. It's going to be a pretty big arms race. See who can get the most troops the quickest. And right now the Inquisitor is destroying the Wolf as far as gold goes. Almost 8,000 more gold than the Wolf at the moment. And that really might turn out to hurt him in the end. Both AI is grinding the way out here in these outer walls. See who can breach the other one's keep first. I will say this, though, the Inquisitor does have a little bit of an advantage right here with how thick this wall is. It's going to take the Wolf quite a while to break through that. I think his best bet might be to actually try and breach this outer wall with assassins here. Try and push his way in through the back. And the Wolf has his trebuchets up now as well, using them. Try and do some damage out here. And Wolf now really starting to get a pretty big army built up around his keep. We'll have to see if he's going to send these troops out soon for his first major attack. So far it's just been a lot of small groups going out so far, not really too many big waves yet. Ooh, and the Wolf does manage to take out that outer tower. Wolf's starting to get hit pretty hard by those catapults now. He's going to need to send out his knights soon to try and take out the artillery. Inquisitor taking some damage also though on these outer towers. If he's smart, he'll stop targeting this area and leave that broken tower down so it can't get rebuilt. Quick troop update, Inquisitor at almost 500 troops. Wolf just getting up to about 350 here. I think if you're the Inquisitor, you have to start thinking about just sending everyone out here. You have almost double the amount of troops. You should be able to overwhelm him pretty quickly. The wolf has not been as aggressive today as we've seen him be in the past, which I'm kind of surprised about. I'm not exactly sure how many troops he plans on waiting for his first major offensive. And here comes the Inquisitor. Look at this huge army coming now. He just has a ton of swordsmen, macemen, and archers. Can the wolf hold him? This army out here is looking huge. I think we're going to slow down that speed a little bit so we can watch this play out. Here they come. Just a huge assault coming right down the middle up here. We will see if the wolf has what it takes to hold them off. The wolf almost has no defenders on this side of his castle. That could really end up hurting him. He needs to get some men up on those towers. Just a massive army coming up the middle now. I think if the wolf is able to stop him here, I would expect a pretty quick counterattack from the wolf. And the wolf has those fire pits out here, starting to weaken some of the Inquisitor's troops. Surprisingly, not too many of them coming down the middle out here. They're trying to come up the rear. And now Wolf starting to counter out here, sending his men out the back, possibly. Inquisitor doesn't look like a lot, but he does have a lot of troops stacked right here. We'll have to see how that corner plays out. Now the Wolf's men look to be stuck because of the drawbridge. They're not going to be able to get out. But he is bringing up siege equipment from the side to start targeting the Inquisitor's towers as well. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Inquisitor now down to 142 troops. He lost about almost 400 troops in that assault. Wolf almost keeping all of his men, didn't lose too many defending. We'll now see if he has what it takes to break through the Inquisitor's defenses. He looks to be sending almost everyone. A lot of them are still staged up here though. Not sure what's going on right there. Maybe he's waiting to see how this first wave plays out. They have breached the outer wall. His defenses look like a lot, but his keep entrance is actually in this corner right here. All they gotta do is break down this gatehouse. And I think this right here might be a big mistake from the Inquisitor. You should not be spending this much on engineers while your castle is under assault. He needs to be bringing in more units like swordsmen right now. And here comes some more men from the Wolf, just sending out a few at a time. Almost a battle of attrition right now. The Wolf's units definitely do seem stronger, doing a lot more damage to the Inquisitor. I think this is when you're really starting to see that negative popularity boost really taking its toll on the Inquisitor. You know, with the negative popularity boost for the Wolf, his units are able to do a lot more damage than the Inquisitors. He's going more for a popularity than the positive popularity boost. Still broke through that outer wall out here, but they need to get to that inner one. They need to start sending more swordsmen back here. Wolf still continuing to send a few men out here. Not many, though. I do think now we are going to boost that speed back up to 200. Wolf still keeping some men staged on that gatehouse there. Also sending some knights out, trying not to let the Inquisitor rebuild this corner. If they can keep control of this corner, I think the Wolf will be in pretty good shape. They gotta take out that barracks, though. The Wolf's Knights still able to come out here and wreck some of the Inquisitor's economy. You know, I really thought the Inquisitor had a pretty good chance earlier on during that first major attack. But he never really seemed to be able to get through the walls. I think if he sent all his men straight down the middle here, he would have had a pretty good chance. Both AI currently in a rebuilding phase right now, both trying to get their troops rebuilt back up. Inquisitor around 330, Wolf not far behind at about 310. The Wolf's economy has surpassed the Inquisitor after he was able to hold off the Inquisitor's forces and start that counterattack. Both AI trying to move on to round 2. Whoever does win this match will end up going up against the Bear in round 2, so I think that should be an interesting matchup as well. Inquisitor still able to keep those outer towers pretty well defended out here. Wolf continuing to rebuild his army. We haven't seen too much siege equipment in a while from the Inquisitor. He did have a bunch of engineers back here, and he still has them stationed back here. If he was smart, he would send them all out at once and target these 2 towers. If these 2 towers fall, I think the Wolf has a pretty good chance of being defeated. He does also have this tower in a pretty strategic spot out here. I really like where he has this one position. We still got an arms race going on. Both AI around 550 in units. And you can tell they're starting to build up troops now quick. I think we are going to see a major attack soon. Both of them are nearly completely out of gold out here. Who is going to attack first? That is the big question. It does look like the Inquisitor has some pitch in his stockpile as well. So I almost wonder if he has some fire pits built within his castle as a trap. We haven't seen them used yet, but maybe once they get through the second wall, maybe he has some back there. Personally, I do think the Wolf has the better economy right now. We have seen once the Inquisitor got attacked, he has had a hard time getting his gold back up. Remember, he had almost 8,000 gold advantage on the Wolf. And after his first major offensive, he hasn't been able to get his gold back up again. Although he does have more troops. He's amassing almost 800 troops compared to the Wolf's almost at 650. I do think if you're an Inquisitor, you have to try and attack again soon. I guess on the other hand, though, if you're the Inquisitor, your defenses are holding up pretty good. If you let the Wolf attack first, you're able to hold him off. I do think then you will have enough men to break through the Wolf's defenses. We haven't seen any assassins being used by the Wolf yet, and I was curious if he has some in his keep or not. The outer tower is still taking a beating out here from the Wolf. Should be seeing the next major attack any minute. We'll try to do some speed up to 250. Oh, sorry, not 250. We'll go 300. See if we get that attack rolling in soon. Inquisitor, I'm going to say 1,000 troops now. Not sure how many he's trying to save up for his next attack. Oh, and here he goes actually. We'll compare his speed down to 150. Look at this army by the Inquisitor out here. Will it be enough men now? And now the Wolf sending his out. The Wolf is going to meet him head on in battle out here. This could be huge. Both of them have their armies halfway out the castle trying to see who is going to attack first. Will the Wolf meet him head on in open field? And it looks like he will. This is going to be huge. Looks like the Wolf does take the upper hand in the open field. Inquisitor now moving most of his men into a defensive position. Let's see how this plays out. Inquisitor now sending out more men. Wolf still keeping his men stationed around the gatehouse. Here they go. Inquisitor now sending more troops out here. Just a massive battle by both sides out here on the field. Hard to tell here who will have the upper hand. Personally, I think the Wolf would have the upper hand, but he's not sending all his troops out. I think he could have easily overwhelmed the Inquisitor's forces. But Inquisitor being smart now, sending troops out from both sides. Almost doing like a blitz tactic almost. It does look like the Inquisitor will hold on though. The Wolf has not been sending out his full army. Just a few minutes at a time. I think this is what's really hurting him. If the Wolf just sent everyone at once, I think he would have had a better chance at winning. But this battle is far from over yet. Both teams still have a lot of troops. Inquisitor is still sending out a few more forces. I'm not sure it'll be enough to break through. Both have a decent amount of gold build up now, though. And both still around 300 troops. Wolf definitely took a hit there. I almost get the feeling that the Inquisitor has the upper hand at the moment with how he's been playing. I think now we will go and put our speed back up to 300. We'll let them get their militaries built back up fairly quickly. You see Wolf retreated all his troops back into the keep. Surprisingly, the Wolf keeps this area out here undefended. I really think that's hurting him. I think another strategy might be if the Wolf is able to bring troops in over here from the side, he might be able to overwhelm the Inquisitor's forces. Inquisitor with not too many men in the back of his castle defending. Inquisitor has to keep rebuilding his towers out here, getting hit hard by the Wolf's trebuchets. Both AI back up to around 550 troops. Surprisingly though, not too many archers on the Wolf's towers. I do think the Inquisitor is a little bit better defended out here right now. Definitely has thicker walls, making it a little bit harder to break through. But look at this, the Wolf able to strike through the Inquisitor's defenses and get a fire going. This could be huge. This might just be the break that the Wolf needed. If this fire is able to do some damage out here. But it looks like it's not enough. The Inquisitor has enough wells to repel the fire. That could have almost been huge if it would have taken out the Inquisitor's economy. I'm actually not sure if that's from a ballista or if that was a self-inflicted wound from a fire pit. It doesn't look like it did too much damage though. Inquisitor getting back up there around 750. Wolf not far behind around 675. Who will start the next big attack? Inquisitor sends a few mace men out, trying to do some economy damage. Inquisitor back up to around 900 troops. He might surpass 1,000 troops this time. Someone's gonna have to make a move soon. And I think we're looking at a real clash of the titans here. You know, besides the Wolf often going up against Saladin, this might be someone who could beat the Wolf in the future, I think. It really does test them. And now Inquisitor starting his next big attack out here. Sent out a meat wave of what looked like mace men. And the Wolf does not look like he's prepared to counter yet, giving the Inquisitor advantage of breaching the Wolf's walls. Really, the counterattack is what helped the Wolf last time, stopping the Inquisitor in the open field. But this time, he's just letting the Inquisitor march his troops right up to his walls. Not a good move by the Wolf. The Inquisitor's troops continue to head out in a single file line. Getting past those spike traps out here. Now destroying that outer wall. Wolf sends out some pikemen to counter, but I do not think it'll be enough. Inquisitor now, hitting that inner wall out here. His men continue to head out single file. Will this be the end of the Wolf? The Wolf does have some thick walls, so it will be hard for the Inquisitor to break through. He's also using the fire to his advantage. Will they be able to reach the keep? Inquisitor down to almost 400 troops. He lost about 600 troops so far. And they breached the keep. Or sorry, not breached the keep, but they breached the inner wall. Inquisitor now sending everyone that the inner wall has been broken through. Will the Wolf be able to hold him off? And he does get that hole patched up. They are going to have to break through again. Oh, and he gets the fire on too. Huge move from the Wolf here. He gets that wall patched up and gets a fire pit in there, slowing down the Inquisitor's attack. It does look like the Wolf will hang on here. Inquisitor has lost a lot of men in that attack. The question now is, will the Wolf counter? Inquisitor, though, almost 19,000 gold out here. Definitely a lot more than the Wolf, but the Wolf still has 800 troops compared to the Inquisitor's now 200. The Inquisitor has lost about 800 troops in that last attack. If you're the Wolf, now is the time to counter. This really might be a bad move from the Wolf, not sending his troops out right now. If you had a chance to win, this would be it. Inquisitor has shown, though, that each of his attacks are getting stronger. His last attack, he was able to show he could reach the inner walls, but not enough to reach the keep. I would imagine if he builds back up and gets around 1,200 to 1,500 troops, I think he will end the Wolf. You just can't let the Inquisitor build his men back up after how many he lost. When you kill 800 of the enemy's troops, you can't just let him sit back in his castle and rebuild. I guess we'll put our speed back up to 200 again. Actually, I think we'll do 300, and then we'll see if the Wolf decides to counter soon or not. Wolf's still doing a good job, though, of targeting his outer towers of the Inquisitor, not letting him get too many defenses built up. Wolf reaching about 1,000 troops out here. Inquisitor now back up to 600. Still trying to slowly rebuild from that major attack he had. I'm curious to see how many men the Wolf will wait to get before launching a full-scale attack. I would imagine that it should be around 1,000. And here they go. We'll put our speed back down. Wolf at about 1,000 troops. Inquisitor close to 750. And now Wolf with a huge siege equipment attack as well. Looks he has about 4 catapults, 4 trebuchets. Really going to try and chip away at those outer defenses now of the Inquisitor. Try and get those towers knocked out. And he is just sending everyone now. They need to break through that inner gatehouse. I think you guys send your men in right here and take out this gatehouse. Then you'll have a huge chance of winning. Wolf very quickly taking out those outer towers. This is huge. Inquisitor now sending his men out, trying to defend that inner gatehouse. Will they be able to hold? This is the battle we've been waiting for. Wolf hasn't even sent out half his army yet. Wolf's men have not reached that inner gatehouse yet. And they're just slowly chipping away right now. The Wolf's men definitely doing a lot of damage right now. And I think they possibly have reached the keep. They are attacking from a very strategic point here. If they break through that corner, they will be able to rush the Inquisitor's keep. And here we go. Wolf now sending everyone he's got. Will it be enough though? Ooh, it looks like the Inquisitor quickly gets his walls rebuilt just enough to slow down the Wolf's forces. Inquisitor does have more troops still. So the Wolf now has to quickly retry and break through those walls again. His men are doing a good job of keeping those outer towers at bay. So archers aren't doing as much damage as before. This will be really interesting to see how this plays out here. And they break through again, sending everyone in there. It's just a bloodbath. But the Inquisitor shows he has enough men to hang on. The attack was not enough. So far, both the Wolf and the Inquisitor have had 2 major attacks reaching each other's inner keep. Neither of them, though, with enough troops to take out the king. Inquisitor now rapidly regrowing at almost 400 troops. Wolf down to 293. Both have some gold. Wolf with more. he should be able to replenish his forces fairly quickly. Look to see how many units an Inquisitor is able to get out of his 3,000 gold. We will put our speed back now up to 300.
We are under attack.
Both teams here trying to move on to round 2. I think the Wolf is the obvious favorite. I think most people would expect the Wolf to go on to the championship. But so far out here in round 1, he has shown he has not been able to finish off his enemy. And I also think the Inquisitor is doing a great job of hanging on against the Wolf in this match. I don't think anyone's really expected the modded AI to do good in this tournament. I think we've all been expecting OG to come out and win the tournament. But we'll see. If the Inquisitor can beat the Wolf in round 1, that would be huge. Inquisitor rebuilt his base very quick. Both teams almost out of gold though, but Inquisitor is up at around 800 troops. Wolf about 600. I think if Inquisitor gets around 1,200 troops, he will attack again. The Wolf's problem is that he's just not keeping these towers out here defended. I mean, you're looking at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 2 of them are gatehouses, but still have archers on top defending that. Wolf doesn't look like he's got too many swordsmen built up yet. Both armories look to be pretty well stocked. An Inquisitor at 1,000 troops out here. The Wolf around 700. And it looks like the Inquisitor is going to start his next attack now. He has about a 300 troop advantage over the Wolf. Will he be able to reach that inner keep again? That is the question. Here they come. It looks like the Wolf will not meet him in open battle again. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out. The Inquisitor needs to have his swordsman target this wall right here. If you can break through this spot, I think he'll be in a really good position. The outer wall has been breached. They need to start targeting that inner wall. You can't just leave your men sitting here. They need to be directed on which way to go. And he does have his swordsman targeting down here now. I think he is going to break through it, and we will see a rush of troops. Very close to breaking through now. And they get in. The Inquisitor breaches the Wolf's inner wall for the second straight attack. And he is now sending everyone. Will the Wolf be able to hold off? Wolf sending troops out here now. He does hold off and gets that wall rebuilt. But the Inquisitor is not done, still sending more men out here. This could be do or die for the Inquisitor. Wolf with a ton of men right here. All pretty much at full health. They break through again. But I do not think it's enough men to get all the way through. And they look to hold them off with ease. It's just way too many men for the Inquisitor to overcome. Oh, but they get a fire started in the Inquisitor's base in the meantime. I did not have a chance to see what started that, but we might see a lot of damage done here. He does look to be losing a few buildings. This might really hurt his economy. Again, this is a time when the wolf has to be attacking. The enemy base is on fire, and you have about 600 more troops than he does. Would have been just a perfect chance to counter. And his base still on fire out here. He's not able to get it under control. He's now losing troops to the fire. I'm not sure if this was a self-inflicted fire, or if a ballista hit a fire pit, or what happened. But it is hurting the Inquisitor right now. If you're the wolf, you need to send knights out here so those gatehouses go down, so that those firefighters can't get from the wells to the fire. And that fire's still going. It is not under control. That fire just keeps spreading. He just lost all those engineers right there. Rip to the engineers. He probably just lost about 20 of them. And now just very quickly losing troops out here. Wolf still around 800 troops. Inquisitor around 200. He cannot recover from this fire. We're going to put our speed back up a little bit and see if the wolf counters soon. That fire, though, just wreaking havoc on the Inquisitor's base. He cannot get his army built back up. This is really going to hurt him. I think the wolf right now, almost at 1,000 troops. I think he's just waiting for that fire to go out. The Inquisitor can't get troops built while that fire is going. So as soon as that fire is out, I would expect a full-on attack from the wolf to strike his keep before he's able to get more troops rebuilt. And the Inquisitor, all the gold he had saved up, he now had to waste on rebuilding his economy. Like, you lost a church, you lost a ton of workshops, you barely have any resources, and your economy is torn to pieces. You have no civilians at your keep. If you're the wolf, you need to attack now. He has almost no defenses. I mean, you have about 800 more troops than the Inquisitor, and you need to take advantage of that. The Inquisitor has not been able to rebuild from that fire. We still don't know if that was a self-inflicted wound or if it was damage done by the wolf. If it was done by the wolf, then it's an absolutely great move to have snuck that in while the Inquisitor was focusing on his offensive attack. If it was a self-inflicted wound by the Inquisitor, then that might just be the move that ruined him. And now comes the wolf. Send in everyone. 1,000 men strong against 131 from the Inquisitor. Sends a full siege attack here again this time. 4 catapults. We got about 5 trebuchets.
You come! Waste your men's lives! I await you with steel and flames!
Also setting up some crossbowmen this time as well. Very quickly wipes out the Inquisitor's thick walls. Now send in knights in to meet the Inquisitor head on. This could be it. We had a great back and forth match here. But at the end, that fire is what ruined the Inquisitor.
The Holy Scripture refers to God's love and His interminable mercy. I bid you, spare me!
And there we have it, guys. Just a great back and forth match. The wolf is able to move on to round 2, where he'll face the bear. And that fire just really hurt the Inquisitor in this match. Please, guys, let me know down below in the comments what you think of this tournament so far. And please make sure to subscribe if you're enjoying.